Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show helps raise the bar for other motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, hard, dirty, and truth. Let's get fucking real here, right? You can have the best fucking goals in the world. You can have the best aspirations. You can have the best fucking plan. You can have the best shit that is gonna change your life in the world, right? Planned out, right? But if your circle is filled with a whole mess of men who fucking settle, who fucking slack, who play small, who are full of excuses, who talk shit about people who are chasing more, then guess what, my brother? You are fucking screwed before you even start. So here's the truth. Here's the facts. Here's the shit that most people don't want to analyze. If your crew doesn't match your vision, then guess what, bro? You need a new fucking crew. That's the hard truth. That's the reality. You got to see, does the people hang around with, do they have the same vision? Do they have the same aspirations? Do they have the same goals? Do they want to take things to the next level? Because if they don't, start to make those hard choices. Start to realize that, man, maybe I need a new fucking crew. Maybe you need to analyze the people you hang around with the most to see if they fit the life that you want for your life, right? And that's not to say that you got to replace everyone, but do the people you hang around with the most reflect the vision, the values, the outcomes that you have for this next level of you, for this next version of you, for this next season of you? Like that's the real hard truth here, right? Because your inner circle reflects your inner standards, right? Most people like don't realize this, like, because the closest people to you, like, whether you want to admit it or not, it happens in your subconscious, right? It happens when you hang around with them. It happens by just proximity, right? And so the people closest to you, they shape your beliefs, they shape your habits, they shape your philosophy, they shape your thinking, and ultimately what ends up happening is they shape your fucking life, dog. So if you're average, like, if your friends are average, if your friends are not chasing big things, if your friends have a mediocre mindset, if your friends have a life that doesn't want more, that they want to settle, then guess what? You will stay average. You will stay in the same place. You will not grow. You will stay right where they are because you're hanging around with people who don't have vision, aspirations, follow through, putting in the fucking work that match what they want in their life. Right? Like, you say you want to build wealth, for example, right? Let's just use a quick example here. Like, you say you want to build wealth, right? But your buddies, your friends, who you hang around with the most, they're always clowning you every time you talk about investments or side hustles or putting in that OT or putting in that work. And they're always telling you, yo, come on, like, what the fuck? You're working all the time. Or like on a Saturday, why do you work on a Saturday? Let's go chill. Let's go hang out. Let's go to the bar. All that shit. Like, think about it. If that shit, and you extrapolate that for the next 10 years, right? Is that going to get you the wealth that you want, right? And so turn that around. Let's say you had some fucking friendships, right? That are like, you had a long week, right? And they call you, yo, what are you doing today? Oh, man, I'm going to stay in and I'm going to work on the side hustle. I'm going to do this because tomorrow I got to wake up early and I got to, like, for example, here, let's say this podcast. I got to wake up early. I got to film the podcast. I got to do this, got to do that. And they're like, all right, for sure. I back that. Yo, that's fucking hardcore. I'm going to hit you up tomorrow and make sure you follow through with that. Right? Like, think about it. If you hang around with people who are like that, who are calling you out, who are going to support you on the things you want to do, instead of dragging you away from the activities that are going to build your life, like, how different would your life be, right? How much outcomes would you provide for yourself in your life when you surround yourself with people who are pushing you to do more instead of people who are dragging you to do less? Like, give you a motorsport analogy with this, right? You can't run race gas in a tank that's full of watered down fuel. Like, it's just not gonna work, right? It's gonna kill your engine. Your shit's gonna fucking blow up. Your shit probably won't even run, right? And so the same thing happens with our life, with our relationships, with the people who are around us, right? If you want a high performance life, then you can't hang around like all the fucking time with low performing men. Right? Like, you don't rise to your vision, you fall to the level of your circle. And that's what people don't seem to realize, right? And it sucks because, sometimes you want to hang around with, just kind of chill, right? Like, you don't want to always have this, like, And I'm going to take a step back there, right? If you really want a life that achieves more, if you want a life that is greater than the one you want, if you want a life where you make more money, where you look better, where your body is on point, where your mindset is growing, where where your spirituality is fucking going to the next level, where you have a deeper connection with your wife, with your family, and you're hanging around with men, with a group of brothers who are on the same track, the same path, who are sharing the same experiences, who are going through the same things that you are, then you all both are gonna fucking keep climbing. You're gonna go in that direction where you want to go. But if you, on the other hand, if you're hanging around with people who are not on the same path, who don't fucking have the same vision, who don't have the same work ethic, who are all about just fucking partying and getting drunk and doing all this shit that doesn't drive them forward, and don't have a side hustle, or don't want to work, don't want to put in the extra effort, don't want to fucking put in the OT, then guess what? You're gonna live a fucking average or probably below average life, right? That's the hard truth. Because growth minded men push each other out of their comfort into action, right? Growth minded men push each other out of the comfort zone. They push each other into action. They realize that the life they want is going to require them to do the fucking work, right? And so a real brother calls you out when you're making excuses. A real brother calls you out when you're skipping the gym. A real brother calls you out when you're ignoring your goals. A real brother calls you out when you said you were going to do something and you didn't fucking do it, right? Is that the type of brothers that you have in your life, right? Or you have the type of brothers in your life where like, like they're not following through with what you want. They're not following through with the things you have. They don't have the same vision for you. They just want to chill and slack and be average, and all power to them. But that is not the track. That is not the life. That is not the vision that I have, that the people that we hang around with are all about. You see, I have dudes in my life who've said, bro, you're fucking playing scared right now. Bro, you're playing small right now. Bro, you're fucking have more in you. Dog, what are you fucking doing right now? Level up. Let's fucking get this shit. Let's go on. Let's take things to the next level. Put in the fucking work, right? Like, those are dudes in my life who help me push the fucking bar, who help me take things to the next level. Those are men who have changed me and who help me evolve into the next version of myself, right? And so, do you have those type of men in your life, right? Do you have that vibe? Do you have that community, that brotherhood of people who help you achieve and do more and be more, right? Or does your community make you play small? Does your friendships make you play average? Does the people you hang around with like don't have big goals and aspirations, right? Because if they don't, then maybe it's time for you to analyze and do a little friend analysis of the people you hang around with the most and see if they're matching the vision that you have for your life. Because if they don't, then guess what? In the next 5, 10 years, you ain't gonna fucking achieve the things that you want to say, that you say you want in your life, because you're just playing the fucking average game. You see, the right tribe will check you before you wreck you, right? And so that's why it's so important to have brothers around you who are on the same path, who are on the same mission, who are all about growth. You see, find mentors that have been where you want to go. Find mentors that have done the things you want to do. Find mentors who have gone the path where you want to go so that you can learn from them, but more so that you can do the things for your life. And then so you can pass the torch down and help other brothers around. You see, leveling up means that you're learning from men who've already walked the path, right? And then being the kind of man who others can lean from, can learn from, right? Because a true leader, right, in my opinion, a true warrior, a true fucking mentor, a leader leads by example, right? He takes his people with him, right? And he teaches them what has helped him get to the point where he's at so that they can do the same while he continues to grow. Like, that was actually one of the things that helped me really take things to the next level when I was when I worked for a corporate America general construction company, building high rises, right? Like, I went from intern to operations manager, and everyone around me was like, "Yo, why are you sharing so much information? Yo, why are you helping this guy? Yo, this guy's gonna take your job. Yo, this guy," and they didn't realize that it wasn't about him taking my job. It was about all of us moving up. And everything I was learning, I was passing around to my team. I was fucking hanging around with mentors who have been doing the things that I wanted to do, and I was passing the torch. And because I was passing the torch, we were all moving up. And guess what? My superiors, the people who I worked with at that time, they saw that. They saw the fire. They saw the camaraderie. They saw that the union, right? They saw the brotherhood that I was trying to put together. And because of that, I got promotion after promotion after promotion after promotion. And I kept climbing, I kept rising, all because of my mindset. Because it was all about passing the torch. It was all about teaching others what I've learned to that point so that we can take things to the next level. So if you want to build a better business, if you want to build a business in just fucking general, then you want to find a man, right, who's done it, who's done the things that you want to do, and ask them questions, right? Learn from them. Apply the shit that he teaches you, right? And then after, then teach it forward, because that's how you learn. That's how you evolve. When you're able to explain how you're doing things, it takes your understanding of that task to the next level. Like, let me put a little more sport analogy to this, right? Like, if you trying to teach someone to do a wheelie, for example, right? And you just tell them, oh, you pop the clutch, you give it a little gas, and make sure you hold the brake, whatever. Like, it's very easy to say that, right? But if you actually put yourself in the process of what you do when you're gonna go do a wheelie, right? You go and you body position and you grab the rev a little bit, and once you pop it up, you're holding and you're doing your balance. If you can really explain how you're doing things, then it helps them understand it more. And when you're able to help someone understand it more, it takes your level of understanding to the next level, because you're actually able to analyze what works and what doesn't. And when you explain that to them, now you're able to execute that at a higher level because your mind processes it differently, right? It's not about like your ego, right? It's not about like people passing you. It's not about, and actually, I hope people pass me. I hope people do things better than me. I hope that information that I put out, it helps others evolve, learn, and grow and do things to the next level, right? But this shit is not about your ego. This shit is not about like, you being this fucking rock that doesn't share any information. This is about elevation. This is about brotherhood. This is about helping each other rise, dog. This is about becoming real men that are leaders, right? Like, it's about building ladders, not pedestals. It's about becoming the man who leads by example. It's about becoming the man who people look up to because of how you are all the time, right? So choose a brotherhood that builds, my friend. Choose people around you that have the same vision. Choose people around you that have the same goals. Choose people around you that challenge you to level up, not play small, not play average, right? Like, analyze your shit, right? And so as we wrap up this episode, my question here for you, my friend, is this. If your closest friends were the only influences that you had in your life, right? Think about this shit. Like, if your closest friends, the people you hang around with the most, right? If they were the only influences that you had in your life, would they take you closer to your goals, or will they pull you away farther from your goals? It's a hard truth right there, right? And my challenge for you is I want you to audit your 5 closest relationships that you have in your life right now, right? Like, and think about it. Who brings the fire? Who brings the fog? Who brings the positivity? Who brings the negativity? Who brings the fucking energy? Who brings the draining, right? Like, and then I want you to make the call, right? Either we're going to step closer or we're going to step away from each other, right? Because your family's future is worth that level of honesty, my brother. Brotherhood isn't about convenience. True brotherhood is about conviction. So it's important for you to find men who raise your standards, who fuel your growth, and who remind you what the fuck you're capable of. Because alone, my brother, you'll survive. But together, you will fucking thrive and take things to the next level. So let's get to fucking work. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's become the badass motherfuckers that we're all meant to be. Breaking the stereotype is exactly what we're here to do. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others level up is the mission that God has tasked us with. Yo, if you still haven't subscribed yet, it's time to smash that button so you never miss another episode. And if you vibe with today's message and you want to help contribute taking this mission to the next level, then do me a solid and share this episode with another brother, share this episode with another gearhead, share this episode with another morehead, share this episode with another man who needs to hear this in their life so they can take things to the next level, so we can help this community grow and become stronger and become more unified, because that's what the brotherhood is all about. I'll catch up with you on the next episode, but till then, live your life wide open, my friend. Peace.